half of the year.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And that clip that I just put in at the start there was Tav's goal scoring penalty, just the reaction to that there in the Loudon, and that's why I never done a watch along tonight, because I went along to the Loudon tonight, which was brilliant. All your government guidelines were followed, etc. But as you see, I put some pictures on screen. The place is all done up brilliantly for those people that want to go and watch the game or have somebody to watch the game while this lockdown carry on is going on. But anyway, let's get into reviewing the actual match itself. We'll start it off by talking about the team and the opponent we were playing against. Willem, they were actually finished 5th in the Dutch table, I believe it was last year, so they're not as good as the Feyenoord, or of course Ajax's, etc. But if you're thinking we could replicate any type of Feyenoord performance, then we should have won this game comfortably enough tonight, and it's turned out that way. But we knew it wasn't going to be an easy task, and that was proven by some of their footballing ability, and McGregor arguably being man of the match tonight. The team itself today, McGregor got the nod in goals, and he repaid the manager for that. Again, like I was saying, arguably a man of the match performance, probably between him and Kent. I'll get into that in a little bit, but put your thoughts in the comments down below who was man of the match for the game. But McGregor, I think it was 4 outstanding saves he had throughout this match. Really try to prove that point that he is our number one keeper, and then the back 4 was just the same that it was at the weekend there. Davis, Kamara, Arthur is that midfield 3, because we've really not got any other options right now. It is absolutely vital that we sign at least one player for that position before the transfer window closes. Now, our front 3 was fresh legs, Kent coming back in, who is just phenomenal today, winning the penalty, getting assists. The work rate on him was outstanding, coming back, winning the ball. Morelos held up play well today. Unfortunately, never got his goal, but he won us a lot of fouls. Did alright today, but I'm looking forward to seeing Roof coming back as well to see if he can add something a little bit different. And then Hadji out in the right tonight, which it's never ideal to see him out in the right. It feels kind of like a waste because we all know that he's far better playing that middle, but maybe just with lack of injuries right now, because that Rebo and him usually do switch, but Arthur's far better in the middle. It's just, it is what it is right now. The midfield 3 tonight, what I feel was missing was that real battle in that midfield, that buzzing about, winning the ball, going backwards, and that's when I think, when our midfield are on the ball, it's really pretty, it's great to watch, but when we don't have the ball, that's where I think we need to improve. The sprinting back, the defensive positioning, I don't think the centre-backs get enough cover at time, but again, I don't want to talk about this performance too negatively because we have won 4-0, but again, it just goes to show what happens when you're actually clinical and take your chances. From the first whistle today, you knew that we wanted to show this team that we are a match for them every single bit, football ability wise, because you know what, in these European competitions, and especially in this Dutch league, they're not known for physicality like our Scottish league. It's known for technical ability and wanting to play the proper football way, and we dominated that for the first 5 minutes. We had the first half chance, which was Goldson's famous long balls in behind, and it was Kent just never quite managed to trap it properly to get that shot off. But the first proper chance of the game, Willem grew into that after that first 5 minutes. From then till about the 15th minute or something, Willem were quite dominant in the game and had a major chance from a long shot, which McGregor spilled, one of his only mistakes of the game. And there was a follow-up from that rebound where he's hit the bar. There was pressure on him. I believe it was Tab or goal, so I'm not actually sure on that. But he's hit the bar, and realistically, they should have scored there to go 1-0 up. So that moment looked like it gives a little bit of a shake or a wake-up call, if you will. And then our next big chance came. It was Kent just brilliantly finding himself a little half yard, just using that acceleration he's got. It's ridiculous. Can get away from any defender. Finds himself the half yard in the box and flashes it across the goal, and unfortunately Morelos wasn't able to read that quickly enough for what would have been a tap in at the back post, but we did. Again, Kent creating it, won us the penalty, brilliant, good footwork to get past the defender, and then Tav steps up to take the penalty. It was a big, who is going to take that? It was a big thought for the Rangers fans especially, who was going to be the penalty taker this season, since we hadn't had one up until this point. Was it going to be Morelos? Was it going to be Hadji? But Captain Tav stepped up and he slotted it away nicely. That goal as well just seemed to calm the nerves of the team. They seemed to be a lot more relaxed in their play and showing what they can really do from that point. And our next goal came from Morelos, taking a little snapshot from outside the box, because you know how it is, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle, and we've got the rebound, Kent alert to it, and this is what I'm going to be going Kent, talking about him all the time here because of how good he was. I feel harsh not saying McGregor was the man of the match, but for me, Kent has to get that man of the match today for how influential he was. But yeah, like I was saying, Kent was first to react, got there, wins that rebound, and luckily, unlike the Willem chance, we bury that one and go 2-0 up and get us a little bit of breathing space. One last chance I want to talk about in the first half we had was Kamara having a little bit of a nosebleed, actually attacking into the box, showing that he's got that capability to dribble past players going forward and not just in that midfield area. Gets himself into a wonderful position, could have had a shot, but you know, that's asking a bit too much of him. He goes for the cutback and unfortunately no one was there for that, but he's shown that he's got that capability, but still we definitely need someone that plays in that holding role that can do that box to box and not just the pretty midfield stuff. So coming out for the second half, and Willem again were showing they are a good team and showing their intent to come back into the game at 2-0 down, and they tested McGregor again early on, which was a brilliant third save, I believe at the time it was, for McGregor. And I think he really built the defence's confidence today, because you know, when you've got a keeper behind you that is playing that well, it just builds everyone up in the team. And then luckily we got that third goal, which really did dip the Willem heads. It was again Kent, lovely ball, dinked into the box, big Helander rises up and places it perfectly into the corner. Big Goldstein come up with the fourth tonight, which was a bullet here as well. You've got to give it to him, credit to him when it's due. Great goal from him tonight, and again another clean sheet from the defence. Villa did have a lot of chances, like I was saying previously in this video. They have shown their quality. They've done a lot of intricate play, which sometimes the defenders couldn't deal with, hence McGregor being a very busy man tonight. But it's brilliant again to show that we have this ability to keep these clean sheets. Just a shame it never happened in that Hibs game, and the defence just kind of fell apart, and you had Goldson mistakes, Tab mistakes. Just, you know that they two have it in them every so often. But again, they seemed solid enough tonight, and it's brilliant to see another clean sheet on the board. The closest they had to a goal was yet again, but again, you can see why. It's a very close goal between Kent and McGregor. It was a great save from him. He came back across the goal as well, and then the Willem players cheated, throwing it in with his hand, and he's got booked from there, so that was well spotted from the ref. Speaking of the refs, just a massive difference, yet again showing the European level ref compared to the SPFL, and it's just mind-blowing. Is it that they are that biased in the SPFL, or is it that they're so undertrained? Like, I don't know what it is, but foreign referees, I know it's hard to get that type of standard referee to play in Europe. Like, they're all there for a reason, because they've been recognised for doing a great job in the leagues, etc. But would it help the SPFL to bring in foreign referees, because they all seem to be better than what we've got? It was good to get one over on the Willem fans as well, because they were up last night until 3-4 AM, letting fireworks off outside the Rangers hotel room, and then when we arrived to the stadium today, we were welcomed by this to the stadium as well, just trying to intimidate the Rangers players. But we're used to the Ibrox crowd, we're used to 50,000, and of course our players weren't going to be intimidated. And on the final subject of intimidation here, we've got Galatasaray in the next round at Ibrox, and I'm not sure how many people are involved with the social media side of the Rangers, like Twitter and Instagram, but the Galatasaray fans are absolutely bigging us up. They're spamming all sorts of Rangers social media, saying about how they're going to destroy us, saying about how their fans are going to come over and cause chaos, and welcome to hell this, welcome to hell that. But yeah, their fans are certainly going for it, so we'll see if their team is also up for the fight. But put your thoughts down in the comments below how you think we've got on in this final playoff round against Galatasaray. Again, I believe they finished 5th again in Turkish League. I don't think they're as big as what they used to be. You've got a few other teams that are ahead of them in that league now, but I'm still quite confident that we can get past them. But that is going to be all for this video, guys. Apologies that it is a late one. Just by the time I watched the game in the pub there, got home, done all this video side and uploaded it. I appreciate everyone if you're watching it this late, and if you haven't already, leave a thumbs up on the video. It helps the channel out massively. Subscribe if you haven't already, just that big red button down there. It's completely free as we're on a road to 5,000 subscribers. But once again, thank you all for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.